Even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. Operating from the gun, here's Dak.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Here we go.
They'll try to run it with Williams. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like you might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Kill.
3rd and short. Prescott. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
I think you got to go for it here, Mike. They've had this impressive opening drive where they've marched their way all the way down into the red zone, and the last thing you want to do here is settle for 3. This is the chance. Set the tone for the rest of the game, and let's see what they dial up here on 4th down.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming.
This is our last chance. You can do it, baby. Come on. Get after him, offense. Here we go, 46. Here we go. 26.
To throw is Prescott. That one caught. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for King Henry. And this play's going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass, and they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
A gain there of 11. 1st down, Baltimore.
And the Raven 1st down.
DC, right?
Bateman is the motion man. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. So, from 37, here's 2nd and 1.
At the 37-yard
Slot man gonna move in motion left. That's gonna be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Arlington in a moment. First and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. He's got it at about the 8. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game. Like, I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle?
And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Derrick Henry, touchdown Ravens.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. He fields it at the 8. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. They'll go play action. It's Prescott. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. And some good blocking. Springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
What do you think?
They'll try to run for it with Williams. He's got a 1st down inside the 45. And he will score. Javonte Williams. Touchdown Cowboys. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it's Mitchell. Now an opening past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Jackson to his big target, Andrews, for the Baltimore first down.
No, we changed it.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Hubbard very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Jackson now. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd and short, Jackson. That is hauled in at the 5. And he'll take this one in. Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Yeah! Here we go!
The drive begins with a run by Williams. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
The tackle by Draymond Jones. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7.
Here we go.
Play action now. Prescott. That's complete to Devontae Turpin. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play for the Cowboys. And even 30 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. Greg and I, back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. It is 2nd and 9.
Yeah, here we go!
They'll go again here with Williams. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down, Cowboys.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
2nd and 10.
Yeah, here we go!
Throwing is Prescott. He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb. And he will get into the end zone. CeeDee Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. Now Aubrey for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cowboys have broken the deadlock. as they move out to a 21-14 lead.
14.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it's Mitchell. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36. Pistol give to Henry. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Off the play fake. Jackson escaping to his left. He's going to run it.
That's just great awareness there, Mike. He's looking downfield. He doesn't see anything, but he is locked in to get that first down. He tucks it, becomes a runner, and gets past the marker.
First down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Lamar going to work from the pistol. Rolling right. There he goes again. And he is out of bounds. 10 yards on the scramble there. And he picks up the first down.
Baltimore, first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Ravens.
On the give, here's Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
16 more yards. That's another Baltimore first down.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Second down and 3. Play action now. Jackson. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Here's a third down and 4.
It's third down.
They'll run it with Henry. And the Ravens are going to be set up first and goal. Nice run, getting them down to the 6. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. A chance here to draw level before the break. It's first and goal. Here's Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry.
Jackson's pass. Leads to Derrick Henry. No gain on play. Leads to second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's another shot from the 6 at second and goal. On the handoff, running left is Henry. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now
They'll try and run, and here's Henry. We have hit halftime. Going to take a quick break, come back, second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
34-yard line.
DC, ready? DC.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Exiting the pocket right. Taking off.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
A give right up the middle to Henry. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Raven first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And a Raven first down.
Now, faking the give. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. The veteran, Jadeveon Clowney, still at it, and he still has it. He gets the sack.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
That's caught. It's the tight end, Andrews. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Third down.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. 20 yards on that pass play. First down, Baltimore. Now a toss, running left, it's Henry. Heading out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
At the 23-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
The career is my stake when you in your prime. The paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, they just want a peace of mind. I've been focused on the future, never on right now. When I'm at the butcher, you can pick a brown. I'm the one that...
Now the Ravens use their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Bateman is the motion man. Jackson going to give it up on a pop pass.
Rashad Bateman, the ball carrier. Devon Bland on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 3.
They'll come up to third and 3. From the gun, Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
That's a Baltimore first down. First and goal.
Here's a run.
8-yard line.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, right? But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
From the 1, second and goal. They'll try to sneak it here. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Luke now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Ravens will even the score. It's now 21-all. after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, take.
Prescott. To the outside, looked in by Lamb. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good game. On 1st down, they pick up 7 yards.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, take. Here we go. Kill. Wait, take.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
3rd and 2. Here we go.
Yeah! Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. And that is incomplete. Kyle Hamilton, the versatile defender, with the good coverage there.
And the defense knew they had to be ready for anything here on 3rd and short. They decided to put the ball in the air, and they might have been better off keeping that ball on the ground because that defense was ready for it, and they were all over it.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And he's going to pick up the Cowboys' 1st down. That'll wind up a gain of 11 on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. Wait, take.
Play fake. Prescott. Flush to his left. Escaping the danger. Throwing and completing. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Prescott again. Left side, caught by Lamb. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
On the ground, this is Williams. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
4 yards.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. Takes it all the way down inside the 2. Sets up 1st and goal.
That one, take it in. C.E. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got it. Cowboys go up by 7, 28-21. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he's going to be taken down there as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A first down throw for Jackson. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And he'll convert, picking up the first down at the 46-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. He'll go again here with Henry. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. Second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain. And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
Big play coming up. This is third down. We're going to go right back to Henry.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. 9-yard gain on the play. It's now fourth down and 1.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. They'll try to run. He's going to have a Ravens first down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
Just a great effort by the back. I mean, just the ability to keep your legs moving, to make sure he had enough to pick up the first down. He's able to move the chain by a few, and just a great call, great execution, especially given the circumstances.
On the ground, they'll go with Hill. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Horn. Middle. 180.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And third down coming up.
Hey, report. 180.
Back to throw, Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance. Trailing here in the fourth. They will turn it over on down. Now the first carry for Miles Sanders. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, here's a 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Third and 6.
Yeah! There we go. Boy, hey. Here we go, 47. Here we go, going to 53. 26.
Jack to throw. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. And now we get a timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with 1:50 left in the game. Only need a yard, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, here we go. I touch.
Prescott now. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
You give your offense a chance to close this game out. If they pick up the 1st down, this game is over. But now, after the defensive stop, we're starting to see some signs of life on that other sideline.
Hey, middle.
Hill. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
They'll come up now for 2nd down.
Ready. Sit up. Ready. Nice hot.
Now, Jackson. That is left side and caught by Flowers. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And the Baltimore 1st down.
Ready.
A gain of 14.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
They'll run here. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. 19 yards on the gain, and that's good for a 1st down.
19 yards. That's good for Baltimore 1st down.
Hey, Ozzy. Hey, middle.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. He pulls it in around the 5. And the Ravens going to be set up with 1st and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Here we go. 1st and goal.
Hey. What is it?
They'll try to run this one in. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for 2, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it 2-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
Throwing Jackson. That is incomplete. Give them credit. They were going for the win, but it remains a 1-point deficit. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll start this on the ground with Sanders. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it.
Brings up second and 8.
So it's a win for the Cowboys. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to EA.
Los Angeles. Last stop in town before I hit the road. And it was hot. I said, man, point that fan at me. And I'll be good to go. Wasn't playing songs for long when came in candidly. But the prettiest young thing I ever saw. And she was hot. Well, nothing short of masterpiece. I said, oh, I need to know. Yeah, is that your man? Cause if it isn't, I'ma play my very best for you tonight. She said I have a proposition. Every red they want to take me home tonight. I said, what's that? She said, if you can make me dance, I'll stay forever. If you can make me dance, I'll stay forever. So I sung how I wore when it came hard to breathe. Hit the focus to make sure I hit the notes. And let's palm and I won't blame you if you can't believe. But she began to flow. That's your man, hey, cause if it isn't, I'ma make my very best for you tonight. Then she say I'm a magician. And if you're ready, they want to take me home tonight.
We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Up next, it's our main event between the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. Ball teed up, Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And off we go from Dallas. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. And his first pass falls incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Jackson, quick pass wide. This gets forward to around the 29. Kalen Carson with the tackle.
Rashad Bateman. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. He pushed for it, but they held strong. Gets it up to the marker, but about a yard away, it looks like. 4th down.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
Running for it. Here's Henry. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
I think sometimes you hear 4th and 2, and it sounds like it's short. But what if I said 4th and 6 feet? That's a little bit more, and it takes a surge just like that to get it done.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Right side and into the hands of Bateman. And he'll get it up to the 44. The rookie from Florida in on that stop.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook is wide open.
This is Henry on 2nd. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. He gets 6 on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Baltimore first down. It's a gain of 6. And the Ravens first down.
Lamar off the play fake. Going deep here for the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Now, this group likes to be aggressive, and early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Here's Henry running left. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Jackson now on 3rd. Buying some time right. That's the line, he's going to run for it. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and he forced a 4th down.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here. Trying down the middle with Henry. And the early aggressiveness is answered. They went for it on their opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on downs.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on the 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across, but there was no overcoming up front. Just as equally motivated to get off the field.
Flushed out of the pocket. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
no real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was, how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical, and that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's down to almost, no, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Here we go.
Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Travis Jones, the man in on that tackle.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
On second down, a run with Williams. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Prescott now on third down. Quick slant taken in by Ferguson. Looks great initially, but he is short on that first down marker. They rallied to him in time to force the fourth down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense.
And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. And it only took these guys one series to find a major opening in that defense, Brock. Might have saved them some work in finishing that series, too.
Gives them a signature play to end that drive, and you know this in the NFL. For an explosive run for a touchdown, it takes everybody. Everybody up front doing their job, the receivers on the perimeter. That was just job well done.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fields this one at the 3. Good work so far. He's got room. And they'll be looking at some decent field position. He's out of bounds up towards the 35. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Play action now with Jackson. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. This is caught inside the 15. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Zay Flowers, the touchdown.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
An extra point is up and through by Luke. And the Ravens tie this game 7-7. We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Return starts from the goal line. Returnable from near the end zone. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Give to Williams from the gun. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down. All set to go now from the 35.
first and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing on first is Prescott. That's incomplete left side.
I can promise you that is a throw. It's a quarterback when it leaves your hands. You do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB could cut off and take the other way.
Throwing again is Dak. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. And on fourth down, they're about ready to punt. What is going on here? He doesn't let this one go into the end zone. He's going to return it from the goal line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Ravens to the line now. First and 10. Now Jackson off the play action. Finds him over the middle. And they're not going to bring him down until he reaches, looks like, the 28. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Henry running to the left. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. One stop made by Donovan Ezeraku.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Hop behind the line here on second down, which is only going to make things tougher for this third down coming up.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, we did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Running once more with Henry. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, it was bad enough that the previous run went backwards. You've got to have balance in this league. I mean, you really do. There's no chance offensively to find sustained success unless you present run and pass to a defense. And right now, this defense is owning your run game.
On 4th down, snap to Jackson. Throw caught by his running back. The defense seizing the opportunity. Great stop. They've got a turnover on downs, and they get their guys the ball in plus territory.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
They've got first down here from the 36.
Yeah, here we go.
They go with Williams on the counter. 3 inside the 30. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take the lead on the first play of the drive. Javonte Williams, the touchdown.
That's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys break that tie and now lead by 7.
14. Ravens 7.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Showing a little burst so far. They're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. Play action. Here's Jackson. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We got second down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Cade on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line. From the pistol, Henry. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. There's Kenny Clark on the tackle. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Turning to Henry on third. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
The offense is not coming off this field. They're trying it on 4th and 7.
180. 180.
Play fake, Jackson. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Here we go, 46.
1st and 10, Prescott. Looking for the end zone and a deep shot. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away, and that's going to send him back to the line for second.
Malachi starts on the coverage.
Here we go. 26.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And second down only works out for a yard.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
They'll air it out on third. And it's Cox. He's got Lamb. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. So with that, Brock, we've now reached our 2-minute warning. Cowboys with the lead here at AT&T. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180.
Going left side, Williams with it. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Working inside the red zone. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal.
Yeah! There we go! 180. 26.
Williams has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
When you get stuff like that on a 2nd down run, the focus kind of shifts from getting a 1st down to just giving your punter enough room to get the ball out.
Stopped at the line on second. Need to fight forward 2 more yards here on 3rd and goal.
I think. What do you think?
Another for Williams. And he will not be denied a second time. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys grow their lead just before halftime. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. He's into the end zone and already at 3 rushing scores before halftime, Brock. So they either got to find a way to keep him out, or he's going to run his way into the record books if they're not careful. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys double their lead to 14. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Rasheen Ali on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. They go play fake with Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Running this with Henry. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Play brought to an end by Logan Wilson.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give the quarterback his numbers, and you can find a complete...
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Logan Wilson has it. And the Cowboys might be able to get some points late after the interception. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
And what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
Everybody, kill! What do you think?
Prescott on 1st and 10. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. And it's going to be 2nd down. Back to the air, Prescott. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Online, but not enough juice to it. That one falls short. It's no good. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Turpin with a return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
This ain't what you want. Project, this ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes first and 10.
Here we go.
Second half starts with a run by Williams. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
On the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive.
Yeah, here we go.
Here's Prescott, first and 10. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Here we go, here we go. All right,
First and 10, here's Prescott. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's a sack on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on second.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Brings up third down.
Gotta figure out this third down here.
yeah, here we go.
Third and long for him here. Sends this to the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Now, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would. It's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard
line. New set of downs for him from the 31. First down, here's Lamar. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Not on the same page with his tight end. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, second and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A loss of 7 yards. And it's third down.
Here he goes, third and long. Gets it downfield. On target to Flowers. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line.
A gain of
Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast.
A loss of 5 yards. It's 2nd down.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Andrews has it, working downfield. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
First down. A gain of 21 yards. And the Ravens.
Give to Henry on the inside handoff. A lot of traffic up the middle there, and he's bounced outside, nabs him 7. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 21-yard line.
Another run for Henry. And they haul him down after a gain of a couple. Leaves them in need of 1 more yard here on 3rd down.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. From the gun, Jackson. This finds its target. That's Hill. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Offense to the line fast. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact. You couldn't do it.
No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. It brings up 4th down.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. 4th down. Here's Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he's going to run for it. And the defense escapes. And a nice drive going, but the defense gets off the field by forcing that turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Off the play fake, hits Prescott. Vacates quickly left side. Now he's throwing deep down that side of the field. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
There you go.
Throwing again is Dak. Screen here for Williams. Works the sideline to the 30. And he's finally marked down at the 34. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
This one falls incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Dak throwing again. That's incomplete on 2nd down. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Here we go.
Prescott now on third down. He's got it, complete to Pickens. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. We get 22 out of that play. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Three quarters in the books from this one. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Yeah! There we go. Boy,
Williams now on first and 10. He's out in the clear. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Dak off the play fake. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on second down.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
After the sack could really use a big play here on second down. It's 2nd and 15.
Yeah! Here we go, 46. Boy, 26.
Dak now from the gun. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up first and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. Here's first and goal. They'll look to run with Williams. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like... be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's second and goal. And he's got it. Chad's a way out for it, but touchdown. The Cowboys put up even more points in a win. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys grow their lead yet again. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And a great run back has the offense just a touch shy of midfield to start this drive.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams and a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field. And you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Even more problems now as they don't get the snap off. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. They'll empty the backfield, motion him right. Lamar now from the gun. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Dose of the hurry up here.
A gain of 13 brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Looking quickly here.
A loss of 5 yards. And it's 3rd.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out.
3rd and 7.
Jackson now on 3rd. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Give right up the gut to Hill. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Now here's Lamar. This is completed downfield to Likely. And he has them a 1st down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Hill on again. He's headed left. And he's going to be bottled up right at the line as we reach the 2-minute warning. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Jackson throwing here. It's close, but he's not going to score out of bounds right at the goal line, Brock. It's going to be 1st and goal.
It's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Hill does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Here's Lamar on the sneak. Watching the goal line, but he won't reach it. So the defense keeps him out and forces 3rd and goal. Jackson trying to sneak it. And he's in for the touchdown. The Ravens putting up points in a game decided. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And the Cowboys manage to recover the football. And he goes down a little short of the 40. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
47. They were going to 53. What do you think?
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Probably the pace here as the clock continues to run.
Kill.
For a Cowboys first down.
What do you think?
Straight ahead with Williams. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
They're going to pass it here. Hauled in by Lamb, right side. And he'll go down here at the 16. Working quickly here.
A gain of 10 yards.
They were going to 54.
First down.
Going to 54.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
What do you think?
First down, here's Dak. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys keep adding to that fourth-quarter lead. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys continue piling on to this lead.
42. Ravens 14. Brandon Aubrey to kick off.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Harley to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. Looking to throw, Jackson. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense. Sigh of relief for the defense. You got to adjust a little bit. Get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Alrighty. Sit up.
Out of the gun, a give to Hill. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of a gain of 8, 3rd down. So the Cowboys take the win here in Arlington. They did their part, Brock, defending the home field, using that advantage to secure the victory. We know home field advantage is a real thing. And the crowd, they did their part too, adding to just an...
Collins. We in Miami and we ballin'. She let dollar pull up as we mobbin'. Every time I'm in the city, we be locked in. Ay, locked in. Ball Harbor, take you shopping. Nikki Beach, we in the water. Free up, make it hotter. 2 a.m., we ended up at Live. 3 a.m., we like Pope. 4 a.m. and I know which girls I'm taking home. More things that I gotta confess. Let's be honest for once and own it. Lose ourselves and live in the moment. When they doubt, we just show them. Private plane, we just flown in.
It's a stadium so big you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. Jake Bates now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Dallas. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. This makes it up to the 25. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Prescott. Catch made by Schoonmaker. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Dallas first down. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go. Friday.
Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And there's the stop, but he's got 9 yards on 1st down.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. On 2nd down, a run with Williams. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Yeah! 26, 48. 26.
They stay on the ground with Williams. They'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Terrion Arnold has it. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the... red zone partner. Could have saved 3 points there. Heck, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board for that defense with that effort.
First give on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
That run right there, that kind of feels like your missed opportunity defensively. Got him backed up, and you played it well enough to contain the run, but you didn't play it well enough to damage the run.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Another one for Gibbs. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he stopped. 7 yards on that pickup. And the Lions have a first down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Again, it's Gibbs. There he goes on the right side. The 40. Hits the 20. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions drive the length of the field and take a 6-0 lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown.
Sure didn't take long for somebody to get this game off and running, pun intended. But there's a lot of rounds left to fight and punches to be thrown. Sure feels good, though, to be the first one to land that haymaker.
Point after up and good from Bates. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Doesn't like what he sees, so we got a touchback. They're going to begin this drive at the 35-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
He hits the lane for 9 into enemy territory.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here we go. 26.
They go with Williams on the counter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Play action now for Prescott. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. The tackle quickly follows that catch as this one reaches the 23. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
26.
Up the gut they go with Williams. He started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And into the end zone he goes for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys cut it to a low point on the scoreboard. Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. He fields it from the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Looking to throw. Gone. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They start out with a 2nd and 3. Running it with David Montgomery. Across midfield to the 45. And finally down right along that opposing 40. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, he got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Donovan Wilson picks it off.
Goff's pass. Intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Yeah! 26! 26!
Here's Williams to start the drive. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Dak to the air here. Screen here for Williams. Blast through midfield. Works the sideline inside the 35. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. A pickup there of 39. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on a screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. Give to Williams from the gun. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Here's Dak. Short pass brought in. And into the end zone he goes for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys parlay the interception into points.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he could stretch that field. If you route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner check, and finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And that'll put him up across the 35-yard line as they begin the series.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
So things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on 2nd down. Shotgun snap here to go. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. It's a 29-yard gain. And the Lions have a first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. On first down, it's Gibbs. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. There on the stop, that's the rookie out of Boston College, Donovan Ezeraku.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Running on second with Montgomery. He was descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Wrapped up on that play by big Quentin Williams.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Goff on third. Big strike here to Williams. It'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And that gives them first and goal.
First and goal, Detroit.
Now you won.
They'll go right side with Gibbs. And the defense holds, Brock. They catch him at the 4. He only gets back to that line of scrimmage.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot and can't wait to see what they do here on second and goal.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal. Here's another for him. And he will not be denied a second time. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions earn the chance to tie it before halftime. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he'll decide to pass on the return here and take the touchback instead.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, first and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. He stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with second and 1. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock still running.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
On second down, it's Williams again. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock still running. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. First and 10 now from the 46. Dak now from the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Back to the air, Prescott. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Yeah, here we go. Right there. There we go. Kill. 26.
Here he goes, third and long. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That play good for 17 and a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Prescott to throw once more. It is Cup, left side. And he gets this forward to the 19. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock still running.
It's second and inches at the 19-yard line.
Another throw for Prescott. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Here we go.
Dak throwing again. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So the incompletion on first. Here's second and goal.
Yeah. Here we go.
Throwing again. Prescott. Ooh, on him quick there, and they bring him to the turf. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
From the 14 after that sack, tough third and goal coming up. Third and long for him here. On him again, and he goes down again. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So fourth down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. From the left hash, a 40-yard look. Aubrey puts it through, and they've taken back the lead.
Going to feel just a little bit better going into halftime. Anytime you score points right before the final frame, and for the kicker, he pays off his teammates' hard work.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Jacob Sailors now to return it. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
At their own 18-yard line.
They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout is called, just 4 seconds, and we would assume, Brock, 1 play remaining in this half. This is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Motioning the tight end now. Looks like that last play convinces them to keep this one on the ground. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. And he gets to the 25, but not much further before going out.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Goff. Finds his man. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Another one caught by St. Brown. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10 from the 43. A give up the gut to Montgomery. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Gibbs now from the gun. And a decent run gets him out 4. It's going to be 3rd down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
On the move into the red zone. And he's going to get it down to the 18-yard line. Giving an 18-yard pickup there. And the Lions have a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. A give left side for Gibbs. Has some room to work. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Let's see, Kate, I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What are we going to call this, other than simply splendid?
Bates tacks out the extra point. And the Lions take a 4-point lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback. To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here. 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
Straight ahead with Williams. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Now running here with Jaden Blue. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Yeah, here we go!
Dak off the play fake. Down the field, he's got Lamb. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Yeah!
Prescott now off the play fake. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Over the right side is caught by Ferguson. He takes this down to the 24-yard line. Taken down by the first-time All-Pro. That was Kirby Joseph.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Yeah, here we go!
They pick the hands off. Now Prescott. Buying some time left. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Prescott now on 3rd down. He's got it, complete to Pickens. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
At the 7-yard line.
Up the middle, Blue. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play 1st and goal situations too. Because a run like that now, well, it leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
We'll see them tackle 2nd and goal after the break. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. Another chance at it on 2nd and goal, still from the 5.
Yeah, here we go!
Now Dak to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take a 4th quarter lead. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Sailors now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. We'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front row. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Goff off the play action. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and that's going to bring up third down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. A lot of space ahead. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. What a play on 3rd and 13. And this drive will indeed continue.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
We go to the 180.
They go play action with Goff. Headed out right. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. He picks up 15 on the play. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Montgomery. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and got a nice little gain on the ground.
Goff to the air now. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
We go.
Off play action. Goff. He's got it near the 8. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
That's such a good example, Kate. You don't have to be an elite runner to be a good thrower of the football on the run. The same fundamentals, the attention to detail to be a good pocket passer, they show up on the run as well. That's an excellent job getting the completion.
1st and goal. Here's Gibbs. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Lions take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all 1-yard plungers, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring one. So to get 4 in one contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions take a 4-point lead.
Cowboys 24.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Turpin with a return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
On 2nd down, they're running with Williams. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go.
Play action now for Prescott. Into the hands of Pickens. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. That goes for 32 yards. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys needing 4 points. 1st and 10 from the 32. Sanders running dead ahead. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. To the left and reeled in by Ferguson. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
He'll look to throw it. Thinking touchdown here, but they cannot connect. So that's going to send them back to the line for 2nd and goal.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
So the incompletion on first. Here is 2nd and goal.
Yeah, here we go. Wide in. We're going to 54. Wide in.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. He gets 2 on that run. That brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive. Try to stick them with the loss and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Wide in.
Now to throw. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that forces them to 4th and goal.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
All right, down by 4. They got to have this one on 4th down. Desperation time here. And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys push their lead to 3. Operating now to kick this one away. Sailors now on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
26-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. He's dropped. A big stop and a big moment there, Brock. They could not afford to lose yards there. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. And they went 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's 2nd and 13. Setting up to pass. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys make the play that should win them this game.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
So it's a win for the Cowboys. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game. It's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Dallas.